Hey everyone, welcome back to Voice in the Desert. My name is Jason, bringing you another week of a Voice in the Desert podcast. I have a few things I want to talk about here. There are like four main topics here. I want to back it up with Bible verses, whatever, so let me just start right in here. First, I want to just say that I love it when a Christian is going to work in government and is putting things together that goes with what we believe and are among the same practices as us and our doctrines. And that has happened in the past week. A North Carolina lawmaker, is basically making abortion illegal. The bill itself doesn't say legalizing abortion, but it's defining the beginning of life as, and I quote, the moment of fertilization or cloning. So it basically says when you're fertilized and a woman's egg is met with a sperm and there is a baby in the womb, and it is alive. So that basically goes with the don't murder thing. I think it's great that this person is doing this. This person is really walking out the faith. Well, I wouldn't say necessarily walking out the faith unless she is a Christian, but I know she's conservative. I know that she fights the liberal agenda. I just give her props for that, but this is finally conservatives working to fight for our standards and fighting for what we believe and what we think. So basically, I want to read off the quote to you that she said. She said, I quote, "Abortion is sexist. The very fact that abortionists have to use a term other than abortion to refer to the act belies the claim that the dismembering of a fetus in the womb is healthcare." She continued, by the way, this is Beverly Boswell, a woman in North Carolina, a representative, Republican, and now you can't say it's sexist, that we're restricting choices because a woman is making this choice. A woman who has to deal with possibly abortions and everything like that is saying this. Anyway, she said, "Abortion does induce a need for women's health care. Mothers who end the lives of their babies see drastically higher rates of depression, anxiety, and addiction. Not to mention the fact that a baby is facing a life or death scenario. In that sense, there are health dynamics involved. Women's health care is the least concerned aspect in an abortion, since every abortion permanently scars at least one woman. And when one considers the fact that gender-selective abortions worldwide disproportionately target baby girls, the notion that pro-abortion activists support women flies out the window." That is very true. That is very true. There are some families in certain places that want their children to be male so that they can carry on their bloodline, or their family name, not necessarily bloodline because it'll be carried on with the women too. They want to carry on the male name to the male, and so they get rid of the girl if they're having one. But to go on, not only is abortion sexist, abortion is racist. The mainstreaming of abortion was literally intended to rid society of populations that we don't want to have too many of, to borrow a phrase from Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg. She's a Chief Justice. She's still, or not Chief Justice, but she's a justice, and she's still in right now, and probably liberal based on this. But her bill says, and I quote, says, "Unborn children are people legally entitled to constitutional protection. Life, liberty, pursuit of happiness. They have the right to life even though they aren't out of the womb yet, and it makes them alive." The bill says they're alive. I personally believe that they are alive when they're fertilized too. That's why I love this. Okay. No, I've been kind of ripping on this a lot, but I still have a few more points I would like to make. First of all, I would just like to point out that this is an example of Christian beliefs being pursued in government. As I said before, it's something that we should all stand for if we have conservative beliefs or if we have Christian beliefs, which most often line up with conservative or Christian values and social values. But I can't say the same about some people in government or to become part of the government. I just want to say right away, Tim Kaine is my main example. He ran with Hillary Clinton as the VP. People very much against or for abortion, people very much for same-sex marriage, and he's a devout Christian. Apparently, he's a Catholic. This does not line up with Christian beliefs. Okay, it just doesn't. It says, and I quote in his debate with Mike Pence, he said, "But I do believe in this nation, a First Amendment nation where we do not raise any religion over the other, and we allow people to worship as they please, and the doctrines of any one religion should be mandated for everyone." Okay, that's a free choice thing, free speech. I believe in that too. If we're not working towards this, then we aren't working towards the goal. We aren't showing who we are, and we aren't showing what we believe if we line up with other things, even if we don't believe in it. For instance, Catholicism is against gay marriage. He supported same-sex marriage, and in 2013, I quote, "I believe all people, regardless of sexual orientation, should be guaranteed the full rights, the legal benefits, and responsibilities of marriage under the Constitution." Okay, so everybody should be able to get married to whoever they want. This goes against Christian beliefs. This very much goes against it. Sodom and Gomorrah got burned to the ground for this. He's for it. He's also said that, "I've taken the position, which is quite common among Catholics, I've got a personal feeling about abortion. The right rule for government is to let women make their own decisions." What about the unborn one? I just want to ask that. This does not line up with Christian beliefs. It doesn't. No. Life is sacred. We're created where we were, how we were, for a reason. If given birth, we can do great things. But I just want to skip past discrimination for a minute, or anything that lines up with Christian ideals for just a second to say something, but I'm going to go right to it. There was a university, the Cardiff Metropolitan University, and gendered words. That sounds kind of weird. These are words like sportsmanship and mankind. Sportsmanship and mankind. It says students and staff. Okay, based on the Breitbart title thing, it says Cardiff Metropolitan University has warned its students and staff to stop using gendered words as part of an effort to make all students and staff feel valued. Okay. Generalizations, as it says in the article, generalizations such as old people and the blind are also described as demeaning. The university encouraging people to use terms such as the elderly and visually impaired. I can understand the old people thing. That's disrespectful. I mean, that's just mean. Visually impaired. You can't just say blind. I don't see how visually impaired is less demeaning than blind. I mean, it just doesn't make sense to me. Feminists, liberals. It also says in the article, even Mr. and Mrs. could face disciplinary action for failing to adhere to the university's bullying and harassment policy. Mr. and Mrs. Mr. and Mrs. You are describing them by their name and their gender. Or what you assume is their gender, sorry. Anyways, back to Christian beliefs. You know, we're all yelled at as being the hate group. We are, Christians are. And Everybody tells us we should be more inclusive and we shouldn't discriminate based on religion or anything. What about all the discrimination towards us? There are Christian bakers, and this happened in 2013, but I feel like this needs to be brought up now more than ever. Christian couple who were who owned a like a pastry store for cakes and stuff, were given a $135,000 fine for refusing to make a cake for a lesbian wedding. Religious liberty. This is what our country is founded off of. This is what our country is based off of. Religious liberty. This is going to happen more. If you're in the faith, I encourage you to stay strong, because this is all supposed to happen. You're going to be hated as they hated Jesus, and people are going to hate on us because of who we are and who we align with. But lesbian pair, I don't need to say their names, but they have accused the Kleins of mental rape. The Kleins are the couple who refused to sell the cake, adding that they had suffered a loss of appetite and impaired digestion in the ordeal, which remarkably led to the simultaneous weight gain. This is... See, now it's wrong that they didn't sell the cake. It's not wrong that they got fined $135,000 because they were exercising their religious liberty. Makes no sense to me. The Oregon Labor Commissioner, Brad Avakian, I can't say his name, slapped a gag order on the Kleins. They basically couldn't say anything about it. That's the freedom of speech that is being attacked. It's the freedom of a religion that is being attacked. It is the family that's being attacked. This is what I'm talking about. Everything we stand for is going to be attacked. Martin R. Castro, Chairman of the U.S. Commission on Civil Rights, appointed by Obama, stated that the phrases religious liberty and religious freedom are nothing more than code words for discrimination, intolerance, racism, sexism, homophobia, Islamophobia, or any form of intolerance. Because we care for you and what you do after you die. It's discrimination. It's intolerance. Man, why would I want you to live eternally? Anyways, before I become too unhappy with this, I start yelling to end this video, I just want to leave with the note, stay strong. Keep to your faith. I hope you guys make it a great week, and I hope to see you here next Friday, my next edition. I'm going to be talking about more issues and sharing my conservative and Christian views. But anyways, if you enjoyed, please be sure to leave a like. If you're new to the channel, please be sure to subscribe, and I'll see you guys next Friday. Hope to see you there.